first full budget from the new government, and riding on the activities of last 8 to 9 months, I think the mood is going to continue. There have been tremendous announcements made during the interim budget, particularly on the disinvestment and restructuring, and we expect that the government will continue with the same flow in the new budget. Now, as we know, there are almost 30 PSUs which has more than 75% of government stake, and as per the SEBI guideline, if they have to follow that, they'll have to gradually bring it down to less than 70%. On top of that, there are almost 60 PSUs which are SEC. Now, we expect certain policy level decisions, to take care of these disinvestments, to reduce from 75% to whatever is the acceptable limit. We have seen a couple of examples in this fiscal year, and I think that will continue in the next year as well. On the similar lines, from the SEC unit, there is a huge amount of assets which are being covered by these SEC units. There has to be certain policy level decision to take care of some of these kind of SEC units. So that is something which is from the disinvestment and from the restructuring side. The second important point which I think government should look at is this entire issue of import of steel. Now we have huge PSUs which are producing high amount of steel here in India, but I think they are on a different level playing field. And if you see some of the other countries from where India is importing, there's been huge support from the government and the policy level on these countries. I think it is being slightly sort of unfair as far as the local producer is concerned. And if there is certain restrictions which are removed and certain level playing field which are provided to the Indian steel producer, I think that will give a huge boost, not only from the steel producing perspective, but also from the Make in India, which is one of the focus areas from the government. And the third point, which is also a very important focus from the government, is to provide power, by 2022 to all the citizens. And I think one of the important area which government is looking at is to have focus on renewable energy. I think an investment of close to $200 billion which is expected in this area, and in next few years to come, I think green energy, if it can be designated as a separate sector and certain policy level decisions are made, let's say starting from this budget, will be a sort of huge beginning, I would say. Thank you.